Hello, I am Surfdog, and today I will be teaching you how to duel warriors as a rogue in Burning Crusade. So who am I, and why would you take my advice? Let me tell you shortly about my WoW PvP experience. So I started playing WoW in the start of Vanilla, now 15 years ago. My favorite thing in the game have always been 1v1ing on my rogue. I wasn't that good at it until Miss Pandaria, where I went from an average 2.2 player to 2.8. Since then I've been trying all the different classes, and I've achieved over 2.4 in every class in the game. And I peaked at 3k on my Boomy in the start of BFA. My favorite class is still Rogue, as it's been since the start. The warrior I'm fighting in this video is a friend of mine, who's around 2.6 BFA warrior. He's a good player, but he's by no means the best warrior in Burning Crusade. So remember that this video is for teaching purposes. I could make a full video about gear, spec, different enchants and why I do what. But to not drag out the video anymore, I'm going to just show you all that, and then I'm going to just go over the most important things in the spec. Okay, so most rogues play Mace combat spec together with Hemo, and they are Hemo stun RNG bots. Alright, so what I do is I'm just going to show you real slow, and then I'll go over the most important elements. So, I go all the way on Shadow Step. It's a great utility tool. I'd play this any day in Arena. Next thing. Alright, so in here, the most important thing, since I'm playing Dagger backstep spec, it's two things that I take here that is super important. So, first one, Ghostly Strike is such a good tool. And I'll just really short. Okay, so it's basically the same energy and damage as Hemo. It gives a combo point and it's 15% dodge for 7 seconds with 20-second cooldown. It's just great overall. For any time you fight any melee, it's just insanely good. Next thing, 20% more damage with backstab. Alright, this one is super crucial. Next thing, another crucial thing, 30% more crit chance with backstab, together with 30% more crit damage with backstab. These three here are needed for backstab rogue. Those are the only crucial ones. I love Improved Gorge too. It's a great tool. Then other than that, this is how my spec look like. This is probably what I would play with in Arena, in just all around duels and shit. This is my all around PP spec, and I think this spec is just perfect. I love this, and I would prefer Dagger Rogue over any other spec anytime. Alright, so this is the spec I go with and the gear. If you want me to have a full video on just the add-ons and gear and stuff, then just let me know. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to commentate over the gameplay with pauses here. Okay, so before I even open at all, I'm going to explain some things. So, all good warriors will always start with one hand and a shield. And as you see here as well, he's using a mace, and he's using mace spec. So whenever I open on him, I know he's going to do the first two globals, will be, well, technically first one global. The first thing he's going to do, as fast as I open, is he's going to auto-attack me for rage and on a chance of stunning me. And then he's going to use his demoralizing shout. So, I don't need to worry about whatever he's gonna do the first second. Another thing is that versus a lot of classes, you want to open with a sheep shot. But our goal for this entire duel is to avoid stunning him when he has a shield on, because that armor is such a big difference on our damage. So our goal for this duel is first to just soften him up, as I would like to call it. So our start here will be dotting him up, okay? And then a lot of people try to like just run up to the warrior or sap them or something, but it's just a risk of him finding you, since he has Berserker Rage and can just break that. You have to be behind the target, and whenever he's moving a lot and trying to find you, it's not worth the risk. You don't need to save your Shadow Step, so it's completely fine to Shadow Step Garrett instantly. And we use Premeditation before Garrett, and then Garrett. And we didn't get the talent proc, so we got more combo points. So right here, we're at 3 combo points. Alright, so the first global, we do not need to use our Ghostly Strike here, because, let's see. Alright, he did get a lucky mace stun here, but let's see what it does directly after that. Yeah, he demoralizing shot. Okay, so we need to follow up with our Garrett. We need to soften him up. We need to follow our goal. with softening up, we can just do all the dots and aim to get him around half HP. This is our first goal. It's okay for us to take damage too. Alright, so after this, I'm going to Ghostly Strike, because now he's actually hitting me back. And we have Evasion times 2. It's up for 15 seconds. And then I'm going to insert right here a picture, so you can see Evasion plus Ghostly Strike is 98% dodge chance. And then if you have a Mongoose proc as well, it's 105% dodge chance. So this is really good. Since there's no DR or anything on this, so you can have incredible amount of dodge. And he's not going to be able to, in defensive stance, if I dodge an attack, he can use Revenge. But Revenge can't dodge, not like Overpower. So if he wants to do damage to me, he has to put on two-handed weapon and start looking for mace procs, so he can hit me in the back and overpowering me. Alright, so now we have Hemo, Garrot and Rupture on the target. And we have 98% dodge up. So now, since I'm a backstab spec, instead of looking for hemorrhages or anything like that, the only thing I'm doing, which is so good against Warriors too, since he has high dodge and parry chance, alright, so if you see how we're walking around like this, when we're walking around like this, then it's really hard to guarantee that you're gonna get your Hemo from behind, so he's gonna be higher hit chance on it. But backstab can only be used from behind, so if you're running around and I'm backstabbing, I know for certainly, is that even a word? Yeah, you know what I mean, for certain that it's gonna be from behind, so it's gonna have higher chance to hit. Alright, and then if we just go back a little bit here, okay, I went back kind of far, but alright, so again, we're dotting him up. Here, he's putting on two-handed weapon. Our goal right then is to get a stun on him. Because now, why we're only dotting in the start is because our goal, as I said before, is to start softening up, and then we're gonna use our blind and kidney to make him choose one and trinket that, and then we're gonna play around that. Most warriors are only going to trinket your blind, and I'll show you later in this duel. Alright, so he's putting on his two-handed weapon, so he can't just insta do his roar on me and get me out. I'm saving up energy before I vanish sheep shot, and then I've insta vanish sheep shot, going always in the back. You do more damage in the back, even when they're stunned. Alright, so, and then I'm just DPSing him here. Now I have 5 combo points, but since the sheep shot is not up anymore, and he can turn around, I don't want to risk using a kidney shot here, because now I'm out of energy, and look, still I don't afford it. Let's see when I afford it. Now I afford kidney shot. I can't guarantee, I have Shadow Step on 10-second cooldown, and I can't guarantee that I'm gonna hit the kidney shot behind him. I can try to just run behind him, but I can't guarantee it unless I have a CC on him or Shadow Step. So what I'm gonna do here is gorging him. It's still 1 tick on the Rupture, so this is my mistake. So it's insta gonna break, which is, I should have waited half a second longer and then gorged him. Then I can line up behind him, wait up my energy, and then use kidney shot from the back. And then I did another mistake. So I was expecting the gorge not to break there. I was wrong on the timers, and then I let him get a charge on me. So I should not have let him get a charge. I should have waited, and then he would never get a charge. So him getting a charge is really bad, because now he's getting an actual opportunity to hit back. So I'm mace stun, and he's hitting me really hard in the back. So right here, he still has two-handed weapon on. He's kinda low HP, around like 40%ish, but he has his trinket ready. So what we're gonna do here, this is why I say soften him up in the start with dots, but never redot. Only Garrot in the start and Rupture in the start. Then never redot. Never, never, never. Alright, so what we're doing here, we have 10 seconds on his slow. He's going to Piercing Howl me here, so he has 50% slow. I have 70% slow on my poison. So what I'm doing is I'm waiting up my energy bar. Alright, so whatever, if he walks back to charge me, then I'll just follow. And then if he walks towards me, then I'll just walk away. So I'm standing, so he can't hit me, and he can't reach to charge me. So wherever he goes, he can't hit me. It's impossible for him. And here, since it's no dots, I'm just gonna pop the blind here. And then, as you see, right here, it's now 3 seconds on my deep wounds. After that, I have no damage over time on me. It's 9 seconds left on the blind. So I will have 6 seconds on me to bandage if he doesn't trinket this. That's almost gonna top me, at least get me to 75-80% HP. So he's gonna trinket this, which I know, because otherwise, if he doesn't trinket this, I'm gonna get the bandage and a free sheep shot. On that HP, he's gonna die. Like, even if he can trinket one of the stuns, sheep shot and kidney shot does not DR. So he knows he has to trinket this. And I know that too. So instantly, I shadow step kidney, because then... Alright, so I'm gonna just go back again. Alright, and I'll explain why. Alright, here again, I'm standing so he can't charge me. He's wasting his rage on piercing howl. Alright, and then blind. Okay, so I'm standing here just waiting for him to trinket, because I know he's gonna trinket. So I don't want to stand close enough to him so he can hit me, and I don't want to stand far away so he can trinket charge me and stun me instantly. So I'm standing right here. As fast as he trinkets, then I'm gonna shadow step kidney, so I'm from behind. It's way higher chance I'm gonna hit it from behind, but it's still not certain since he has Iron Will talent, which is, I believe, 15% chance to resist stun. And then, as you see here on the add-on, it says resist on kidney shot on the screen. So that's just unlucky. Otherwise, I would have had 6 seconds kidney, full energy, and he has no trinket on that HP. That would have probably been game. And here, since now I'll have to just DPS him down, because I have no kidney shot and no blind. It's okay to use your rupture after your blind. So my goal right here is to dot him up and then trying to let him not fight me at all. Because without the kidney shot, I can't just eviscerate him or something, you know? I have no kidney. So my only option here is to rupture him. And then instantly full sheep shot. So I could have just vanished Garrett into Shiv, 70% slow, and then just kiting him with the dot. That would have also been an option right here. But since he's so low, it's completely fine to use the sheep shot as well. And right here, I have 5 combo points. I don't really want to use these combo points at all. As you see, I could use them on like Eviscerate or whatever, but if I use Eviscerate on full plate with the shield, it would do like less damage than a backstab, and I would have no combo points. I already have Rupture up for a few more seconds, so these combo points is just waste to use on anything else than waiting for this kidney shot. So what I'm doing is sprint, Shiv, and then he's 70% slow. And now you see how I'm running here. I'm running and just standing so he cannot charge me and he cannot hit me. He's picking up his bow and shooting me, so he's gonna keep me in combat. I shadow step, put up a full new rupture, because now the rupture ran out. So then it's fine to use a new rupture. Something I could have done as well is using the kidney shot right there, but if he would have resisted, it would have been kind of fucked, because right now I still have evasion for 4 seconds as well. So using the full stun when I have evasion for 4 seconds is not the highest value, because he's already gonna do basically no damage on me. So and then I gorge just to get a bit of distance. It's gonna break from the dot, but I get enough distance to stand here in the dead zone. It's just like if you fight the hunter in classic or whatever. I'm standing and I have more slow than him, so I'm just standing here so he cannot charge me. So now he's running away from me. I use deadly thrown to apply new slow, and I keep standing so he cannot charge me. Because if he charges me, get the mace stun or something at this HP, and I have nothing, I'm gonna die. And here he's really low, so he's dead. Alright, this is the first duel. Let's go on to the next one. Same opener as always. Premeditation into Garrett, Hemo, Rupture. Here I am not going for the Ghostly Strike directly. Alright, here I did the Ghostly Strike plus evasion. I'm gonna try to brute force him down. Since I have evasion and Ghostly Strike up here, I do not need to just like kite during these dots. It's completely fine to brute force if you have those up. If you do not have evasion up, then you have to kite. You have to either kite or have evasion up. Like, you cannot brute force him without evasion. So he's kinda low here. This is a bit on the edge if it's low enough to do the blind, but it's too high to still reapply the dots. So directly after my dots here, I blind him. He's gonna trinket this, even though I have a big deep wound so I can't bandage. He's still gonna trinket this so I don't get a reopener and everything. And here he's doing an insanely good play. So he trinket, and then look at this. I insta vanish because I know he's gonna trinket. So you see, he trinket here. I insta vanish and I'm gonna cheap shot because now he has no trinket. He's 45% HP or something, and I have cheap shot plus kidney ready. But he demo shouts me right in between the globals of vanish and cheap shot. So he knew that I was gonna vanish, so he trinkets and demo shouts me out. So here I'm in a really bad spot. So at first I'm like, shit, alright, I'm just gonna gorge him and let's take it from here. So I have 4 combo points and kidney ready. So my only play right now is to go for a kidney because it's still kinda low. Technically I could be dotting too, but I have only 1 vanish left. And with that vanish together with kidney and cheap shot, then I should be able to kill him from this HP since he has no trinket. Right, he fear me, and I believe that actually broke from the dot, but I trinketed anyway. Alright, let's see. He's gonna fear right of this, right? Yeah, I trinketed just as it broke from the dot. Alright. And then here, this is why you have to shadow step into your kidneys. Alright, I'm going back again. So, watch me run up to him and try to kidney him here. Okay, so fear. He turned around. For resisting, it doesn't really matter since it's only like dodge and parry that matters if it's from behind or not. So this would have resisted even if it was from behind, but since it's the resist talent. But it's still, I had shadow step ready. That's just a bad play by me, but not shadow stepping before the kidney. It just decreases my odds of actually hitting the kidney since he actually turned around in time. Here, since I resisted the kidney, I have no other option than trying to dot him and kite. And then once again, he instantly demo shouts me out to vanish. Because here, I still have him off stun DR. I didn't stun him since forever. So he instantly shouts me out. And that's the second vanish. So here I'm getting in a really sticky position. My only cooldown left is evasion. So I'm evasioning, ghostly striking. So now I'm at 98% dodge. And I'm just trying to brute him, like just brute force him. And I fucked up here. So why I fucked up so hard here? Alright, let's look at this. So here I'm snared by his talent. And I go to try to buy some time. And then look at this. I'm running way too far. This is too far away. I have to stay in the dead zone. So here's another big mistake. I have more slow than him. I'm 50% slowed and I have sprint up. So I'm like, even not, it's like I'm not slowed right here. And he's 70% slow. But I took a step too far away, so he could turn around and charge me. This is why playing in the dead zone is so important. And from him charging me, getting a mace done, and I'm die. I'm die. Yes, I'm die. Alright, that's Duel 4. Let's go to the next one. Alright, let's go straight into this one. Same opener as always, opening with the Garrett Hemo. I didn't get the proc, so I'm gonna be 1 combo point of the Rupture. To save energy, you can use another Hemo just if you desperately. Alright, so if you desperately need a combo point, it's better to use Hemo than Backstab. Backstab is more damage, but Hemo is cheaper for the same amount of combo points. So if you desperately need 1 combo point before you can use the finishing move, it's okay to use Hemo. Alright, now having fully dotted up, and I'm brute forcing him with evasion. Since he's trying to turn around this, like if you look at how he's turning around here, it's impossible to guarantee a Hemo from behind. We're both slowed and just turning our faces to each other. So all you have to do is try to fish for backstabs. Alright, so here the dots just run out, which you really have to keep track of. So as fast as the dots run out, I blind. This is now turning in from the soften up phase 1 into phase 2. He's 45% HP again, and full blind. He's gonna trinket, since otherwise he's gonna give me a free opener. And now I have deep wounds on me, so I would not get full bandage. But even if he doesn't trinket it, it's gonna allow me to just... I can't zap him and eat, but it would still give me a free stealth into Sheep Shot. So he trinkets and tries to get me out of stealth again. I vanish Sheep Shot and reopen again. And now I'm standing from behind. I full kidney. And from here it's kind of my duel, since I have still my evasion and everything. So since I have evasion up right now, I can brute force him when even if it's dotted. If I didn't have evasion here, I would be really fine. If I, as you saw, I just used my shiv and then sprint, and you can just play like this too. I could fight him. It's riskier to fight since he still can hit me. He legit the only way for him to actually hit me if I kite like this is if I fuck up. So yeah, now I resisted the stun, I went in, but he's still dead. So I'm gonna just go back here. Playing like this is such an important mechanic to learn as rogue versus warrior. So you see, I use my shiv when he's fully dotted. He didn't have the crippling, so I use shiv to apply it, and then sprint, and then I can just play right here. You see how I'm playing? He can't run back, he can't run to me. There's nothing he can do, and the dots are just slowly ticking on him. Alright, so to summarize this. Always remember phase 1, you're going to soften up the target. You bleed the warrior and start trying to get him to around 40 to 50% or so. And then whenever you reach him to around 40-50%, you can start phase 2 blind play. You blind, and then either you bandage and reset with the new stealth, or you force a trinket, so you can go with your Sheep Shot, vanish Sheep Shot into full kidney, 10 seconds stun without him having a trinket. And then always remember you can never just brute force tank him if you don't have evasion. So either you are close to him and fighting with evasion up, or you kite him, you bleed him up, and you play in his dead zone so you can't touch him. Alright, so I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you, as I said in the start, if you want me to fight some other warrior or some other class or some other specific player, then please just let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to make that happen. Otherwise, just once again, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have a good one. Bye!